So with the Masters 8 tournament underway and the first round matchups being confirmed, I want to talk about Cynthia and what her full team could possibly look like. As I've mentioned in my previous videos, although the first round of the tournament is confirmed to be a 3-on-3, I do believe that everyone will start using more Pokemon as we continue through each round. So because of that, I want to put together a full team of Pokemon that I think we could see Cynthia pick from. Cynthia has appeared in generations 4, 5, 7, and 8, and in all her appearances there's at least one change to her team and Pokemon of some kind, and I'll be taking all of that into consideration while creating this team that I think will be the best one possible for this tournament. With that being said, let's begin. So the first member of Cynthia's team is her partner Garchomp. Garchomp is her strongest Pokemon, and now that we know it's going to Mega Evolve, it's only going to be that much stronger. Cynthia having a Mega Garchomp is something I talked about in a previous video, and I'm glad the writers are finally deciding to give her one like on her Battle Tree team in Sun and Moon. I'm looking forward to seeing how Iris and all of her dragons do against Garchomp and its Mega Evolution. The second Pokemon I want to add to this list is Milotic, since we saw her using one in the trailer while battling Iris. Milotic is on almost every version of her team as one of her strongest Pokemon, so it makes sense that she's using it here. The third Pokemon I think we could see her use is Spritomb. Aside from Garchomp, I think Spritomb is her second signature Pokemon. Cynthia, along with one other person in the games, are the only ones to use it on their main team, which is why she'll always be the trainer that comes to mind when you think of Spritomb. Spritomb only has one weakness, that being Fairy, and before Gen 6 it had none, which is a factor as to why Cynthia has always been considered one of the strongest champions, so her having one on her team in the World Championships just seems fitting because of how strong it is and its history in battle. The fourth Pokemon I want to add to this list is Togekiss. Togekiss is on her Platinum team, her World Championship team in Black and White 2, and is on her strongest Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl team, so the chances of it appearing here are very high, especially since she's going up against Iris, who's a Dragon type specialist in the first round, and Ash, who has 2 dragons himself in the second round, assuming Cynthia wins. And even if she was on the other side of the bracket, she would need it to battle Leon's Dragapult or Lance's dragons, so this is a Pokemon I could definitely see her preparing to use in this tournament, no matter how far she goes. For the fifth Pokemon, I had trouble picking between 2 choices, the first one being Glaceon, since like Togekiss it can fight back against dragons, but I don't think she would use Glaceon with Togekiss and Milotic in the same battle, since both of them already have moves that can battle against dragon types. So instead I'm going with my second choice, which is Roserade, because we recently saw her use one, and I think it would provide her team with more coverage. So now for the sixth and final Pokemon, I considered a few different options, the first being Porygon Z, who was recently added to her Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl team, and has a great moveset, but I don't think it would suit her in this battle against Iris or Ash in the second round. There's also her Lucario, who's on many of her teams, but I don't want her to have one of Ash's signature Pokemon in this tournament, which is something I'm sure the writers considered as well, but then again they made this strange bracket, so we could end up with the Lucario battle in the second round to match that Charizard battle we had in the first. I'm also not going with Gastrodon because she already has a Milotic on her team, even though they have been on the same team in the games, and it would help against Ash's Pikachu. Instead, for her sixth and final Pokemon, I'll be going with Kommo-o, who we saw her use in this series. Kommo-o is a Alola pseudo-legendary Pokemon, and we saw Cynthia use hers briefly in episode 89. Cynthia's connection to Alola goes back to the fact that she's in the Sun and Moon games and has a Kommo-o as one of her Signasuit partners in Pokemon Masters, so I think this would be a great addition to her team and would add lots of power. When it comes to Cynthia's main trio for the first round, we know that she's going to be using Mega Garchomp and Milotic, so for the third Pokemon I'll go with Togekiss because she's facing Iris, but I wouldn't be shocked if she actually used Glaceon, whose ice type moves would be super effective against Dragonite and all her other Pokemon. Plus Iris has a fear of ice type, so this could be something we briefly see her overcome if she hasn't already. With that being said, what are your thoughts on my list, and who do you see Cynthia using in this tournament as her main trio and full team? I plan on talking about Leon's team next, so stay tuned for that and more Pokemon during these discussions. Thanks for watching, and bye.